Hi there, I'm Maria from the Rich and Simple Living. Seems like a while since I've spoken to you, although I think the last vlog I put on was Saturday, and that was the bonfire one. It was a bit long-winded, wasn't it? Oh dear, I only watched for it once myself. Yeah, so much of fireworks. But yeah, beside that, I just thought I'd give you a quick update of what's happening this week. You see my Christmas card holders behind me. Husband put decorations up when he took the Halloween ones down. Let me just see on the ceiling and around the walls. Not everything's up yet though. I think he's going to put more up this weekend. Imagine put the tree up. I did want to hold out on that until December because I'm a bit worried about the dog, because obviously she's only just one, so she wants tea last Christmas. I don't know what she'll do to the tree, but one thing's for sure, the chocolates are going high up. I've enough with the kids coming and pinching them, never mind the dog. And I think it would harm the dog if she ate chocolate, so that isn't a good idea. But yeah, just a quick update on what's going on this week. I've noticed, just looked out my window, I've just noticed the workmen have arrived. I've probably told you in an earlier vlog that they're coming and they're going to be laying new gas pipes along the road and up the garden to our gas mains. So we're going to have holes dug in the gardens. But so far my trees haven't come yet because I was worried about my trees, but I keep getting messages saying that they're going to take longer now. It's giving it up to the end of December, and trying between now and then they'll let us know when they come. So I don't know, paid for these 4 trees, 2 Victoria plums, an apple and pear, and I paid for 10 raspberry canes, and I paid for 3 different varieties of rhubarb crowns, and I haven't had anything yet, nothing. Except messages mentioning that the trees aren't coming. They've not mentioned the canes, raspberry canes or the rhubarb, so I'm maybe chasing that up if I don't hear something within the next couple of weeks about that. So we'll see. I imagine though, with everything going on, there's a backlog and everybody's gone crazy for homegrown things and buying everything, so I imagine there is a backlog with everything, so I shouldn't be so impatient really, especially as I can't put the trees in yet anyway. So yeah, they've put all the cones up outside, so I think they're going to be starting further up the road, but I'm hoping it's not too far from me so they come to us quite soon, because my husband puts outdoor decorations up and he puts them across the lawn as well as on the walls and that. So I'm hoping that they come quite soon so the holes are covered in so we can get the decorations out. Normally he puts the outdoor ones I think it's last week in November, and then he likes to switch them on by the 1st of December. Although if they've not been, we'll still put the house ones on, but we'll obviously just have to wait for the ground ones a bit. We'll play it by ear, we'll see what happens. But anyway, this week, homeschool wise, I've been on a right downer. It feels like the week's dragged on, but it is actually only Monday. Sorry, it's Tuesday. Oh dear, see how it's affecting me. But yeah, yesterday's maths. Oh, we had such struggles with it. It's terrible. Fractions and higher fractions and lower fractions and this and the other, and it's alien to both of us. We tried to Google it, we YouTubed it, neither of us could make sense of it, and I thought, what are we doing? And Sian's saying, do I have to do this? I don't like this. And I'm thinking, you know, she just needs to be equipped for when she's grown up. It's all right saying an education suitable for an age, but what is suitable for her age? She just needs to know the basics. She needs to know money. She needs to know time. She needs, you know, well, that's it, isn't it really? Money, time for when she's got to make appointments for things, and everything like that comes to you. I think more comes to you actually later in life than it does earlier in life. But I'm thinking, I'm giving myself stress and it's causing the depression, and it's doing the same with her. And for what reason? The idea I homeschooled was to give us freedom to do what we wanted to do, to be able to follow Sian's capabilities and her interests. And we don't seem to be doing any of that. It's all textbooks, it's all curriculum sort of stuff. And I find myself comparing her to, well, what she's doing to what my granddaughter is doing, because they were in the same class together at the primary school, and my granddaughter's gone on to year 7 in the secondary school, and Sean's doing her year 7 home education, and I'm finding myself comparing what they're doing, and I'm thinking, I should be doing that for Sean. Sean's got to do this, and I think Sean's got to do it. What is this got to do it? It defies what I was homeschooling her for. So we did, I think, 2 maths questions yesterday, and then thought, blow it, we're not doing no more of that. Had enough of it. I mean, people talk about, oh, well, what about all the qualifications? She won't get a job. Poppycock. That is poppycock. I mean, I'm not against getting qualifications. People need them. People like to have them for different jobs. That's brilliant. That's great. That's each person what they want. But, well, with maths, I don't think it will ever happen. It won't ever happen, I don't think. Other areas, brilliant. Other areas like history, world wars with history. I can't fault that. That's brilliant. I mean, we're thinking of getting her some GCSE books because she is that well into it and can talk about it and understand it and dates and who's who, and even I'm not. But yeah, I think I've got to relax more on this, and I need to teach her what she needs to know, because, do you know, she doesn't work money out. She never goes in the shop. She won't buy nothing with her own money. She can't work money out at all. Like if I say, oh, give so much and it costs such and such, and you wait for such and such change, and she's blank. She doesn't understand that. Well, that's no good, because when she gets older, she's got to go into shops. She's got to know how much things are, what she's buying, how much money she needs to buy them, and if she needs change, how much change she needs, so that she is not ripped off in any way. They're the things she needs to know. So I'm thinking, well, blow getting books at a younger. I'm not bothered. I shouldn't say blow, probably the wrong phrase, but blow the older books, I should have said. But yeah, I'm going to go with younger books that teach money, that teach time, because you know she can only tell time on a digital clock, and I've noticed she's not the only child her age like that. There's quite a fair few from her class that are just like that. A face clock, they don't seem to comprehend it. They like to look at digital, which is great. I mean, she'll know something, but I think really she needs to glance at the face of a clock, know the time just the same as she would if she looked at a digital clock. She needs to know that. She needs to know how to add and subtract quite fast in her head and times things. I mean, if she's like us, we have lots of parties and buffets when obviously we haven't got all the restrictions we've got now, but we used to like it. So you have to go to the shop, you want to know how many things you're buying for how many people and what will go around so many people, you know, and how much it's going to cost you roughly and what money you've got. And so you need to be able to divide and be able to share things, and all that is used in normal day settings really. So they're the things that I'm going to teach her. So I've had enough of all these school books, these year 7s and 8 books and all the things that teach things that might as well be on another planet. Sean is not interested. She does not want to do them. And as for getting a job when she leaves school, well, I've got 5 grown-up children that have been through school. They've taken GCSEs. They didn't do very well. They're no brains of Britain. And they didn't get, well, maths-wise, I don't know if any of them got any maths at all. The different ones got different subjects like art and that. They seem to excel in things like that, art and dramas and things like that. But all 5 of mine have got good jobs and never needed qualifications for any of them. I mean, my eldest son, he's a landscape gardener and he didn't need no qualifications to get a top job in landscape gardening. My second son, he did work in a slaughterhouse. He was a slaughterman, but he left that. He's now an author, writes books, and that's what he does full time. He's an author. in qualifications for that. I think his qualifications was probably in art and drama. Certainly wasn't in maths or whatnot. I think they were all only middling with English. My next one, my daughter, she is running a prison, one of the local prisons. She's in the offices in one of them, and she's got a good job with people working below her there. She didn't need no GCSEs for that job. She just worked at it herself and got it. She didn't have any qualifications like that. My twins, then, they're in the building trade, both of them in building, and one of them does blueprints of buildings, worked from the blueprints. He went to a special school because he'd got ADHD and learning problems. He can barely read or write, but he can design a blueprint, draw a blueprint, however you say it, work from a blueprint and build big constructions for supermarkets and big buildings. And he can't even do maths. He's never took a GCSE or a test in his life, not one, because he went to a special school. So while I'm beating myself up that Sian may need these things, no, she won't. No, she's not going to need them. They got their jobs by working hard at the things they wanted to do. And that's how they got their jobs. Excuse me a minute. Parcel lady was knocking the door and you have to answer because people have had parcels go missing off the doorsteps around here lately, so I'll better go quickly and capture it. So yeah, like I was saying about the exams, I mean, I'm not saying don't go for exams because obviously, and I'm not saying they're not important because there's a lot of jobs out there where you do need your exams, but what I'm saying is there are ways of getting jobs where they don't have them, if they can't get them, you know. So I'm not going to beat myself up over it, and I'm not going to stress Sian out over it because she doesn't even know what she wants to do yet anyway. So we'll follow the flow, and that was the idea of home education, following the flow. So yeah, I'm hoping that works for us. I think I'm still going to fret a bit. I think that's the problem with her having been to primary school right the way from reception to year 6. I've got school ingrained in me, and you've got to do this and you've got to do that. And maybe I should have just unschooled for a while and not done any schooling, just relaxed for a while, because I've sort of gone straight into school from school, really. And I think that's been my problem. So yeah, yesterday wasn't a good day. It left me in a bad mood all day. It left Sian off learning all day. She didn't want to learn and that. Although we did do some English comprehension, and she enjoyed that a lot more. She gets on with that. Because I think most of my children, they're more into the arts side of thing. They do some fantastic artwork. They're all very good at painting and drawing. Very artistic. Quite a few of them are very artistic. Like my second son, he's an author now. He writes his own books. Again, that's a form of art. It's an art in its own right. In its own right, oh dear. Yeah, so that was that. What other issues have I been having? Oh, outside's going well, that's not an issue. We started building the duck pen. I think it's a bit bigger than what we thought it was going to be, but it's looking okay. Going slowly with the weather and Dean working, but it's going okay. So I've been taking pictures of that rather than film it, because it can't really keep filming over weeks and weeks. So what I've done, I took pictures. So when it's finished, I'll put it together like a slideshow so you can see it progressing and being done. Hopefully, that's a plan. So it'd be nice to move the ducks in there when that all gets done. And then where the ducks are now, I was thinking about having some quail again, actually. We had quail up until the beginning of last year. But they only live for a couple of years, quail do. And we bred our own, incubated their eggs and bred our own quail. And then I thought, well, we weren't bothered then. I thought, selling eggs round here, quail eggs, they don't seem to take off very well. So we just left it then. We didn't do any more incubating, and they naturally died when their time was up. We didn't replace them. So I was thinking either I'm going to put quail in that end one, or I'm going to put my 2 Buff Orpingtons in there. I think at the moment I'm going to put the 2 Buff Orpingtons in there. I mean, I think I said the other day my cockerel had died last week, so I'm going to need to get a new cockerel. But what I'm thinking of doing is getting eggs next spring, getting hatching eggs and incubating my own eggs, and getting like a couple of batches so they're not related. Then they can run together unrelated. And I'll put some in incubator, and because the Buff Orpingtons are very broody chickens, I'll use the 2 girls I've got to sit on eggs, some of the eggs that we buy in. So that's a plan, roughly. We've been making quite a lot of plans about what we're going to do, what could make money, how we can make money. Because we were saying about my husband, it'd be nice if he could retire sort of December 21, the end of next year. I'm not so sure whether that will happen, because one of my sons came along and we'd been in discussion, because my husband's a window cleaner, but it's his own business. He doesn't just do window cleaning. He does painting, decorating, gardening and all that. We used to have people work for us, and then we scaled it down, just what my husband wanted to do. But one of the sons wanted to join the business, and he's got a son, and he was saying that it might be nice if he wanted to join to keep the business going as a family business. So there's work there for the younger children as they grow up. Well, we were going to have started that in April, just gone, but of course COVID come along in March, and we've never mentioned it since, till the other day. And my son said, I still want us to do that, and after Christmas we want to sort it for next year. And I think there was Dean thinking, we'll finish and just sell the business what we've got off. But now it's thinking, oh, we need to build it back up again, take on more work again, because if our son works with us, I mean, it'd be great, because it's a big help for Dean because of his arthritis in his elbows and his knees, and so it'd be great for that. But we've got to decide now what we're going to do. I mean, it would be nice for my son, and eventually he would take it over, but it will mean that Dean will have to work a bit longer than next year while he hands it over to my son, sets it all up and makes enough work and things to generate for any of the other children who might want to go. See, I mean, Sian might join the family business, because it was a lot bigger business, and he gave half of his business to one of his brothers, and it's a lot bigger business, and it always has a potential for building. We have to put the brakes on it every so many months and say, no, we're not taking on no more work. So we're going to say, we have been discussing that, but after Christmas we'll discuss it more, because if we do that, it's going to have to go from April, from the start of the new tax year, so as not to complicate all the tax returns. So yeah, there's been that's been discussed this week as well, what we're doing there. A lot of things to discuss, and then on top of that, I've had all letters piling in for all the appointments that have been put on hold all over the last few months. So now the dentist wants to make an appointment for Sian. The orthodontist wants me to ring her and make the appointment, because we'd agreed to having braces, signed all the papers, done all the measurements and everything, and it's all ready to be fitted. So I've got to ring about that. So Sian's now saying, do I have to have braces? I'm fiddling with my hair a lot, aren't I? It's irritating me today. So I've got to do that. These Specsavers opticians, they have written a letter and said Sian's due for her eye test. I'm due for my eye test, but I'm putting mine off till after Christmas because there's so much going on. And I have paid for my glasses, and I don't wear glasses for normal, only for close-up vision reading. That's why you always see me with them on, because I'm looking at my screen and I can't see if I'm on that screen properly unless I've got my glasses on. If I was to put it at the other end of the room, I'd see fine, but not close up. But it has been getting a bit fuzzy, my vision, so last time he said I was borderline needing more time, so that'd be something else. I might need more time, but I definitely do need new glasses, I can tell. So that's all money, and that can wait till after Christmas. So yeah, there's that. Oh, and a routine doctor's appointment, just for smears. I don't like saying that word because men don't like hearing that word, but they want me to make a routine appointment for that. And it's like all these appointments, I don't know where I am, and got to fit schooling in and work, because I do Dean's books for him and everything. And I've got a pile of new invoices appearing. I caught up with them, but now there's more coming. Oh dear, and I have to try and keep up with everything. So it's only Tuesday. I feel like I've done a full week of everything, and I feel like I want weekend. I'm trying to face the rest of the week, really. But yeah, a moan. This one's a moan. But it's a quick update, just to tell you I'm still here, and basically what's going on. I am planning on doing small vlogs, well, daily, I think, but I'm going to sort out different things for each day what I'm going to do. So you only have to watch the things you're interested in. It might be homeschooling, it might be what's going on with the animals, might be what we're growing in the garden, might be what I'm decorating, or what, you know, or what my latest menu is for the week, month. I'm still writing them out. Still got 6 to do. That's been on the back burner for a while. But yeah, I am hoping to get all that organised and sort all that out. So I'll leave it at that for now. Today's Tuesday. Thursday we'll do homeschool cooking. I think Sian wants to cook. I'm not sure what she's cooking. She got this little jar with something in it. My eldest daughter gave it as part of their Halloween goodie bags. I don't know if it's a cookie or a cake or what it is. There's all the mixtures in this, just a little small jar. And she wanted to do it last week. I said we're doing the pumpkin pie last week. So she said, can we do it this Thursday? Coming. I said, yeah. So I must have a look at that, because I'm not very familiar with packet and jar mixes, and I do everything myself. So I don't really know much about doing packet mixes and, oh, excuse me, got some wind, or anything like that. So I'm going to have a read what it is and what we do with it, familiarise myself with it a bit before we try and cook it. So that could be a disaster, yeah. Anyway, I shall see you on Thursday when we do the homeschool cooking vlog. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you Thursday. Bye.